Hi friends, this is immigration attorney Jared Dobbs coming to you on Facebook Live from Dallas, Texas. I wanted to just talk briefly about what happened today with DACA. As many of you know, today President Trump decided to rescind DACA, which is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, a program that was put in place by President Obama back in 2012. What we should know about DACA going forward is a few things. It's not entirely gone immediately. First, if you have an application for DACA that is pending, either an initial application or a renewal application, then they are still going to adjudicate that application. They're still going to make a decision on it. So they're not going to cancel that or keep your fees or anything like that. The next important thing to know is that if you have DACA and your DACA is expiring before March 5th of 2018, so next year, if it's expiring before then you can actually go ahead and file to renew it. Even though they're canceling the program, you can go ahead and file to renew it if it's going to expire before March 5th of 2018. However, you have to get that renewal application in before October 5th of 2017, so basically a month from now, which is September 5th. So you have to get that application in for your renewal for DACA by October 5th, 2017 in order to renew it if it's expiring before March 5th of 2018. Other important things to know are that the government is not going to obviously be accepting any new applications for DACA after today's date. And they're also not going to be accepting new applications for travel permits, also known as advance parole, based on DACA. If you have a pending request for a travel permit based on DACA, then the government is not going to issue you that permit. What they're going to do is they're going to close that case and they're going to refund your fees. So you will get that money back. So there's just a few other things to keep in mind. Number one, and most importantly, is that we need to put pressure on Congress to pass a legislative final version of the DREAM Act. And there's a number of bills that are floating around in Congress right now. There's the DREAM Act, the Recognizing America's Children Act, the Bridge Act. There's several others that are under consideration. So that's the first and most important thing, is that there needs to be this pressure to finalize a legislative solution for all those who have DACA. So the other important thing to keep in mind, or another important thing, is that for those of you who have DACA and who may happen to be married to a U.S. citizen, if you were brought into the country illegally, you can pursue what is called a provisional waiver through your citizen spouse. So many people who had DACA were able to get a travel permit, re-enter the country legally, and then pursue adjustment of status, which is basically fixing your status inside the United States. Now, that's no longer an option because of what happened today. However, there is still the provisional waiver process, which basically involves your citizen spouse filing a petition for you, followed then by a waiver application, which, if approved, and most of them are, you then go and take a short trip to your home country to attend a green card interview there, and then you return to the United States with your permanent residence. So that process is still available, and that may have to become the best option for those who no longer have the travel permit option available to them because of DACA. So that is a few of the things that we need to keep in mind as we go forward. Most importantly, is just to continue keeping up the good fight. Sorry about that. The political pressure that we can put on Congress is really the most important thing that we can do right now. The backlash against the rescission of DACA was enormous. And I think that right now is really the time for us to push Congress to get this done. It's been talked about for years, probably for a decade or more. And basically now it's time to strike while the iron is hot. So I urge you, all of those who had DACA, who are allies of those who have DACA, to make your voice heard. Send a tweet or a letter to your congressman. Let them know how you feel about DACA. The truth is that really DACA is kind of a moral issue for our country, and about how we treat young people here who had no say in their being brought here. So I just urge you to do those things, and if you have questions going forward, then please do feel free to reach out to me at 469-828-1710, and I'll be happy to answer questions. You can also send me your questions on Facebook. Just type up a question and post it on my website, and I'll be happy to answer that as well. So good luck to you, all of my friends who have DACA, and who will continue to be pushing for immigration reform. And just know that you have friends and allies here, and so we will keep up the good fight. Okay, thanks.